Today I'm going to be enchanting, but then when am I not? But no, in all seriousness, today we're going to be rubbing some blue gems on a floaty book to make a magic spell happen, all while hoping Bane of Arthropods doesn't come out the other side, whilst being enchanting. Hello, and welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft server. I fell in the hole. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing very well. Let's just get back out of there. Reverse, nobody saw a thing. Today, we are going to be filling this hole, this very hole that we exploded at the very end of last episode. It was a mystery. I said, can you guess what we're going to be putting in this hole? And a couple of people did. So well done, you. You win. Those winks in the beginning, they were especially for you. Share them amongst yourselves. So yes, today we can rip up our temporary little enchanting setup over here because we are going to be making a brand new mega super duper enchanting station. It's going to do everything. It's going to enchant. That's it. That's all it can do, really, because it's an enchanting station. Here you go, pet. You get a little bit more room now to breathe. Well, good. Well, yeah, I'm happy. This has been a win-win today. I think I've got some fun ideas of how to make a pretty interesting enchanting station. It will, of course, be another contraption as well, so it's going to have some moving parts, to say the least. So we'll see. No, my head's going to pop off. Oh, no. Well, okay, we'll have to find a new home for the head. Go on the clock. Here, look, you can be... Oh, I wanted to go in my inventory. You can go right there. Now you're a sun. This is like the Teletubbies, isn't it? The baby in the face of the sun in the Teletubbies. It's exactly like it, spitting image. But before we get started actually building anything, I want to take a quick little look at the functionalities at play here and make sure that we have everything covered. So obviously, we have the enchanting table. You can't do much enchanting without that. However, you can move the bookshelves, right? If you've got no bookshelves, you get really low-level enchants, and if you get all the bookshelves, you get the highest level enchants, and then anywhere and everywhere in between, you get all the different levels of enchants. So it'd be quite nice to be able to have that flexibility, to be able to hit a switch and just kind of decide whether we want all of the levels or none, well, some of the levels, but not very many of them. So that would be a very nice feature to have. We want an anvil, or at least, a couple of anvils around, because of course you can add enchantments together on certain items and stuff like that. As well as, I guess, just going back to the main enchanting table here, we need some kind of storage as well for things, books and stuff, especially that we might be enchanting here and there. There's a lot of different enchantments going on. There's at least 4. So we're going to want quite a bit of storage to be able to save up a bunch of books, a bunch of enchanted books, as well as maybe some other tools and things that need to be enchanted and stuff soon. We've done you, Anvil, the grindstone. So this allows you to anti-enchant, to remove the enchantment by grinding on this incredibly round grindstone wheel, and you can take the stuff off, get a bit of XP back. It's mainly good for when you found an enchanted item that you don't want the enchants on, but it just gives you a bit of free XP. So we'll chuck one of those around as well. If I just spit those out of the floor as well like that. We also have lapis, of course, because we need lapis to enchant with, 1, 2, or 3 pieces. And annoyingly, this really angers me. I put some stuff in there and then I walk away. It's in my inventory again. No, go in there. It's in my inventory again. Why will it not stay? Why? Just make that an inventory slot and make it so that we could pump it in using hoppers and stuff like that as well. That would be great, because it's kind of like a fuel source, isn't it? And the hang on, let me get it. Yeah, look, the little brewing stand. You put some blaze powder in it, he remembers. He stores it, and you can even put another one in and walk away, and it just saves it in there. Why? What is the difference between you two? What makes a brewing stand so much more cleverer than an enchanting table, eh? I just don't understand. So yes, we will need lapis on tap so that we can get it whenever we need to enchant. This is pretty much all I use it for. Obviously, a little bit of blue dye, but mostly enchanting. And I always forget. I always go to the enchanting table, and then I'm like, forgotten my little... Doesn't that look like a little dinosaur skull? Actually, that little icon there. Ooh. And there is actually a final piece to this which I'm going to keep a secret because I think that's going to be a contraption of its own later down the road. But there is one final missing element to this whole puzzle that we could include in a super duper uber enchanting setup. But anyway, they're all the little bits, so what do you say we tick them off one by one? Blammo! Ha! There we go. So you can see that we've dug this hole down because I'm expecting this to have quite a bit of redstone in the walls and floor of the contraption. And because I want to keep this place quite open, I don't really want to have any like walls and stuff that come up out the floor. So I thought if we put it down, then we've obviously got kind of these walls to hide stuff behind. And obviously the floor is always the floor. And also just, again, different heights of things. I think it's pretty cool. We do need to get more vertical stuff going on in this cave though. So I'll keep thinking about that. So yes, step 1, de-shelving. Here you can see we have all of the bookshelves in place, and with a flick of a handy little lever, none of them, they're all gone, they're all not within range anymore, there's no little flying letters of the alphabet flinging from bookshelf to bookshelf. You can't really see these as much anymore, I swear they used to be bigger. Oh, catch them all, book. Oh, this is like some kind of game, you gotta try and rotate them to catch them. Oh, there was lots of them then. I think I just won. So we've tried to keep the redstone relatively low down. Obviously, we want to keep the floor as flat up here as possible. So I've tried to kind of spread it wide, spread it sideways to be big. It's got all the background here. We've got the full amount, by the way. As you can see, if we go to enchant something, we have the full 30 levels available to us. And then at the flick of a thing, we have the very smallest, teeny tiny little levels. We're not going to go anywhere in between because I don't think that's ever going to be useful. We're really going to have to remove the bookshelves. Quite honestly, we're going to just be doing the big full wax. You can see I've put some repeaters around. It was just to extend the signal, but I actually, if you look at it, hang on, let's get a bit of a better view far away. I actually kind of like it's like da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, like that. It kind of goes around in a little bit of a circle, and I kind of like that. It's sort of a accidental happy thing that happens. So I've also tried to keep it nice and symmetrical, as well as leaving room for some other stuff, like down the middle here. I've got an idea of something I want to add. And in the floor, I've just realised this could be where our storage is. If we had little storage containers all the way down around here, like in a horseshoe shape. Yeah, like stuff. Imagine there was chests down there. What chests? Nobody saw any chests or said anything about chests. Oh, there's all the chests. Hello, chest. How are you all, chests? What chests? None. Seriously, though, what chests? Because, I don't see no chests. I decided to go barrels instead. Oh yeah, same storage size, but you know, they don't have that annoying hitbox where you can see down through the cracks at all the gross little blocks that you've not decorated properly yet. So now we have somewhere perfect to store our lovely little wooden shovel. Well done, shovel, you've got a brand new home. And if we punch out the floor here, we have room for... Oh, hang on, wait. There we go. Sorry, got to stick with the rules. We've got room for both our grindstone and our other stone. And this grindstone needs to go the other way round so it's more symmetrical. Perfect. Good. Look at that. We've got that hidden in the floor, that hidden in the floor. These all hidden in the floor. It's beautiful. I did add an extra bookshelf there as well. It's not technically part of it. It never moves, but it's just because there was some holes there as well. This project is working flawlessly so far, but we do have one final thing that we need to add, which, you know, if you're looking at the episode time, there's still plenty more to go yet, so it's going to be quite a big, tricky part. So my goal is to try and make a lapis dispensary, right? Play. Something that we come along here and we don't have any lapis on us. Play. And all of a sudden, we just get here and then play. Lapis gets given to us just like that. It just appears, and then it's gone again when we use it. We don't even know that it's been passed to us in our inventory at all. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be beautiful. We are going to have to try and make it so that it can go between 1, 2, and 3 lapis, because they're the 3 different options. So we're going to have to make some kind of little selector and make sure that it brings us all the lapis that we desire. Oh, I ran out of lapis. I do believe we're going to go with a little something like this, using locking repeaters to stop the signal going through. So I've put lapis in all 3 of these containers. So if we chose to have 3 and we push this button, ba-ba-ba-bum, like so, we get 3. But if we lock this one, for instance, the power cannot go any far through to that one because it's locked. So now when we hit the button, ba-bum, 2 come through. And then if we lock this one as well, then only 1 comes through. And obviously we don't ever need to lock this one because we never want 0. That would be silly. If you go and push a button and you expect 0 lapis to come through, you're an idiot. But this is still no good because I don't want all these levers around, and I don't want you to be able to put that lever on but not that one, because then the signal still can't get through and only 1 comes through and all this mess. And we're going to need some kind of 3-way flip-flop rotator aroundery thing, right? And obviously if we used pistons, we could have some sort of like on or off. You know, the piston's either in that point or it's in that point. But I want a third option as well. I basically want it's in no points, it's in 1 point, or it's in 2 points. That's kind of what we need to be able to trigger this, right? It's either none, it's either 1, or it's 2. And I switched those levers on in the wrong order. That's the correct way. So I've invented this little memory cell thing over here. So as you can see, it's just a comparator. I've put these blocks around the wrong way. Ha! Quick, switch it around. Comparator going into a block, going into a dust, back into a comparator, back into a block, back into a dust again like that. It's just going to go round and round and round, and the signal is never going to get lost, right? So if we put a lever down here and we go pa-chow like that, we can see signal strength 15, signal strength 15. It's just 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. But if we put a thingy here to subtract from it, let's get this a little bit further away here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be subtracting 6 from this. So if we flick this on, it went to nothing. Hang on, I flicked it on for too long. If we go pa-pam, like that, what is it now? It's now power 5, so it went from 15 down to 5. Huh. Okay, if we make this even longer then, and give it a real teeny tiny little subtraction, we're just teeny tiny subtracting it. Let's boost it back up to 15, and we go pa-pow. What is it now? It's now 10, and then we go pa-pow. What is it now? It's now 5, and then we go pa-pow, and it's now 0. So you can see we can actually store 15 values in this little circuit and just subtract from it as we need to. We can also add, if we extend this out a little bit here, something to auto reset it, right? Because we can only subtract, we can't go back up again. When we hit 0, we actually want it to go back to 15. So if we put a little torch there, whenever this circuit runs completely dry, the torch comes on, it feeds itself back into some power and then goes back off again. So we're actually lost a signal strength here. It's 14. If you forget these 2 bits here, the signal strength is 14 going around forever. And then when we go pa-pow, it's going to subtract it down to 9. And then we go pa-pow, it's going to subtract it down to 4, and then we go pa-pow, it's going to take it back to 14. So we've got 14, 9, and 4 as our 3 values, 3 different values from our lovely little memory cell. We just feed those into our locking repeaters. Bam! We're using signal strength comparators, we're using subtraction, and we're using lock-in repeaters. Those are the forgotten redstone arts. And there is a 4th one as well, but I've forgotten it. Oh! Well, you were going to get a nice little time-lapse with some music then, but an anvil, a certain little anvil, decided to ruin it by putting me in a bad mood by almost caving my head in. So anyway, I built it nonetheless. We have the whole system down here. We've got the lock-in repeater things with all the lapis in. We've got our little memory cell going around here and here. We've got the subtraction input to that. And what we're going to do is just pull out of that memory cell from the 3 different values. The first one, the biggest one, will reach both of these, and everything will be open. That's kind of the off mode. The next lower down one will make this line shrink, so it won't reach this, which means it will lock the last one. Only these 2 will go. And then the lowest of the memory cells, nothing will come through, and both of these will get locked like that, so only something will come out of that one. And we can trigger the line. Obviously, the button will be up above, and ish. And I think to make this all work, we need to do some more subtracting, which means we need to pull out the best-selling book in the world, the Eel, which I'm sure all of you have read. Remember, go back. I can't remember what episode it was if you want to read the full Eel book. But I think we've got to subtract. Where's a lectern as well? Okay, here. We've got to subtract this one because we don't want very much subtracting it from each time, right? If it's 14 currently, I think we need to subtract like 6 to get it down to 8. Then we subtract 6 again to get it down to 2. Then we subtract 6 again, which actually resets it to 14. So, yeah, I think that will work. So I think from my calculations, this needs to be on page 7. Then what this is kicking out as well, it doesn't need to be that long. Because obviously, if it's kicking out a signal strength of 14, we only really want it to be a signal strength of what? Like 3 maximum kind of thing. We need it to be like 3, 1, nothing, not even reach through. So we need to subtract out of here as well, like that, just to reduce the length a little bit. Make sure they're both set to subtract mode. We can pop that back. Oh, we need to pop a book in here as well. I said pop a book in there as well. Okay, page 7. That one is 7 as well. Fantastic. So I think we can test this out now. You can see everything is on. We're getting the full 3 whack. But if we push this little button here, boop. Oh, wait, the button is too big. The button lasts too long. We only need a very, very quick pulse to come through. So I guess for now, I'll use a lever instead of a button. And we'll come to that in a minute. Hey! 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 What is happening? Huh? Do I exist? What was going on there? I can place a lever there. Great. Oh, now I can place one there. Okay, never mind. So what are we set to? Let's reset this back to 14. Okay, so signal strength 14 coming through, and everything is unlocked. We quickly flick this on and off. That has gone down to 8, and the last one has locked. Perfect. So this is only our tour. Then we go ba-ba, and that has shrunk even more, so much so that it can't make it through this comparator. Both have come on, which means we only get 1 out of this one, and then pa-pa. That resets back to 14. It's all come back through. All of these are unlocked. It's perfect. We can also pop some lamps down somewhere as well. So this is 3. That means they're all unlocked. So we could put a lamp there, and I guess this third lamp can just kind of be on all the time, right? Because we're never going to have it off. So if we put that there and just power it, yeah, perfect. So, dud-dud. Only 2 of them are going to give out, but boom. Only 1 of them is going to give out, but boom. All 3 of them are going to give out again. Yeah, beautiful. So these lamps need to be visible up top. This button needs to be accessible up top. This is when we want to make our selection. Again, we'll probably be leaving it on 3 for the most part. Very rarely do you want 2 or 1 lapis, but, you know, there'll be times. And we also need to make this lever be just a super quick pa-pa pulse like that, because we don't want to have to use a lever and go pa-pa every single time, even though it's quite fun. A papa! I found a new papa! It's all fine. And I've moved the lamps up here as well. We're just going to have an item frame with the lapis. So this is, you know, we rotate it round. That's going to be our selection. And to detect that, we need a comparator coming out of the block with the frame on, just so that we can read the value of the frame. But we don't care what it is. All we want to know is, did the value update? Did it change? If it did, send a quick little pulse down into the system there. So we're on 1. Now we're on 3. Now we're on 2. Now we're on 1 again. It's a little bit laggy because it has to go through all of that whole system down there. But it works, and it's pretty cool. I like it. I see you over there. I see you over there looking all evil, waiting to fall on my head again. The button is up here now too. Boom, like that, which spits out the lapis, and all we have left to do is make it so that this lapis doesn't just stick around down here, but actually comes all the way up to this top bit to us. By the way, I've hidden the button right here. It is by this lamp, but this is the lamp that is forever on anyway. It's always being powered, so no matter what setting we put it to, even if we put it all the way down to 1, it doesn't matter. It's not going to trigger that light because it's already being powered. So there you go. The 1 came out. And the way we're going to get the lapis to us is a little bit of a roundabout way, but that is why I've left this gap in here. But first, we're going to need some ice, and plenty of it, because then we can do something like this. Create a lapis flinger that gives it right to us. It hands it to us on a silver platter. Don't spill. Oh, okay. Did not measure that properly. So if the lapis was to appear in the back here, no, it's got to be a full throw. You see that? Missed the table completely. That was bad. Bad throw, me. Right to the... No, that wasn't a very good throw either. Come back! Oh, goodness me. I'm embarrassing myself here. Okay. A full throw right to the very back. Haja. Like that. Boom! Look at it. It goes way over the table, right to where we're going to be stood over here. 3 little pieces of lapis. We just got to get them from the droppers down there to the back of there, just with a simple little elevator. And then bing, bang, bosh, we can get lapis thrown at our faces. Okay, you ready? How many should we go for? Should we do 2? Let's do 2. 2 sounds about right. 2 directly in the face, please. We push the button and we wait just a little bit of time. We can think. We can use this time to wonder what we're going to have for dinner. Badam! There it is on a pedestal. 1, 2. Beautiful. Now I only want 1, please. 1. Thanks very much. And boom. We wait. We wait around. Do. Go away, 2, you stupid. 1 right in our face. Beautiful. Ah, it's perfect. And we can put our lapis straight in this barrel as well. And with the very, very ease of access little trapdoor I've hidden back here. It's always good to have a trapdoor when your redstone works as shoddily as mine. That lapis just comes down here into this double chest where we can easily pull it out. We can spread it into these 3 double chests worth that all feed into these droppers down here. So we've got plenty of storage for all of our lapis needs. Nice and easy. It's a little bit cramped down here now. You can see the ice path that I've laid out. We've put this stair block here, so hopefully it aligns them fairly centrally when they go up the bubble column so that they appear slap bang. Oh, how do I leave? Slap bang on the middle of the enchanting table, not off to one side or anything stupid like that. And lastly, I've hidden the ice block here between these 2 little trap doors. And I've run some redstone up the top here as well. Ow. If we just hide that there is actually a wooden trapdoor that the lapis goes over when it's down on the ice paths. And when it comes up, it also triggers this to flap the door open. So I fell in a really big hole now. So we can't even see the gross thing until it arrives. So let's do 3. Let's do the full 3 amount this time. We hit the button. Where's it even going to come from? Is it coming over there? Is it coming over there? I don't know. There. Oh, that's where it's coming from. Right there in the middle. Lovely. And after a little look of paint, there we have it. The Enchant-O-Matic with the little sub-clause there of it's not automatic. That's just the name. I couldn't think of anything better to call it. But it kind of is a bit more automatic. It's more the lapis that's automated. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a little look at it. I've added a ton more bookshelves. And you can see we've got this nice like archway up and over now as well. I've kind of built the floor up a little bit around here too. This is the only bit we need to cover up with, I'm hoping, some other kind of contraption up here. But worst case, we can just put like a little teeny tiny bridge over it. We can still go up quite a lot. So a little bridge up and over this bit will not be bad whatsoever. But for now, we'll just leave it like that. Because you can barely see it. I've forgotten where it was, even. We got all this down here. Well, I've put a lot of wood everywhere. It's very wooden, I'm not going to lie. We've got our spare anvils in that one there. These are obviously all empty at the moment, ready for storage. There it is. There's the sign. I've been adding signs to all the contraptions, by the way. I just haven't always been showing it. Let's order some lapis up, please. Thank you very much. That would be lovely. Boom, boom, boom. I heard the little noises down below. There it is. Oh, we might want to make the inside of that trapdoor look a bit nicer too. I wonder if we can. I don't know. That's something I'll try a little bit later. But I've got 38 levels on me, so why don't we try and actually use this thing to enchant some stuff? I've already got my 3 levels. Oh, by the way, I bet you all forgot. It does that. That's how it's going to look most of the time. Look at it. Oh, it's even nicer looking. Okay, so we're going to do a shovel, I think. And what we're going to get on that? Oh, no, fortune 2. Let's see what we're going to get. I'm breaking 3. Yeah, let's try a chest plate. Why not? Protection 3 thorns 2. Oh, I'm like a cactus. Okay. Another 3, please. Thank you very much. And you know what? I might send out another 3. No, we're going to keep going with this one. Bane of Arthur. That's exactly what I didn't want to have. Fortune 3 shovel. Just that on its own. Beautiful. And I think I've got some books somewhere as well. We've got to empty that. Oh, we've got woody. We got wooden shovel. Should we put a level 30 enchantment on wooden shovel? Let's get some more lapis come in. I've never done this before. Oh, hang on. We need to flip the switch. Like that. I'm breaking 3. Oh, Woody, you're the best shovel in the world. Oh, if only I had mending on that. Can you imagine? Full mending wooden tools. We got to get that at some point. At some point this season, I will be rocking full wooden mending tools, with leather armor, all with mending on it as well. It's going to be glorious. But there we go, another contraption to add to the entire cave of contraptions. That is all we've got time for today. Thank you so very much for watching. As always, a massive, massive, massive thank you to the names on the screen right now. They are my patrons, and they are lovely, and I love them. Thank you all so very much for the wonderful support. But until next episode, a bye.